drumming auditions, blowing up parts of Paris, and also certain people that need to just die. Welcome to another thing for Lyoko Weekly. I think I rolled out of bed. I don't know time no more. But I'm with my bestie and with my sidekick, aka the co-host for Legend of the Seeker Weekly, aka Seeker Wednesdays, set to come back at some point at the time of this recording. When? None of your fucking business, David. As we're looking at episode 2 of season 1 of Code Lyoko, Seeing is Believing.
Oh, my friend David's gonna think you're calling him out on everything.
That one's got to.
So,
Sorry, David.
what's the monster of the week? A pylon outside the school. Why? So anyway, the whole episode kicks off with a slice of life thing about talking about how power itself is regulated through nuclear reactors and how it's actually circulated through pylons. Fun fact. And then Jeremy's asking stuff about the virtualization program because, fun fact, he's trying to make sure that Aelita comes to the material world so that she can become a material girl. However, people are just like, haha, that sounds like the work of science fiction, my boy. There's no way in hell that you could ever virtualize something from the virtual world. Now, if you excuse me, let's talk about nuclear energy, about how we're using chemical science to then power the country. But then there's like a power outage thing going on, which also leads, of course, into Odd Delarobia, a.k.a. Dog Boy, a.k.a. that guy with the weirdest hairdo ever, a.k.a. Forehead McGee, deciding to be like,
AKA a guy who wishes he was a cat. Anyway, sorry, I ruined your float.
No, I know. He's right now just like, hey, we're going to need a drummer for a band that we're starting. Right now we're starting a band. No, we're not going to talk about it in any future episodes. But yes, we're starting a band. No, there's no further contest or any sort of quotes for this. So he's handing out flyers of like, hey guys, gonna need a drummer. Gonna need a drummer. I got a band. Don't worry about where it's going to go after this episode, but we're going to need a drummer. Gonna need a drummer. And then Nicholas, the guy who has short shorts and Sissy's friend group, very concerning to have a middle schooler with such a short fanaticism for himself that kind of goes off on that weird summer camp vibe from really, really weird counselors in the 80s that had short shorts that you were just like, that is one step away from a sexual violation and a sexual harassment suit. Anywho, what does this lead to for our problem of the monster of the week? Well, Jeremy's trying to figure out what the fuck is happening to the power grid. What is going on with our school? So he's hitting up Aelita, who's just like, hey, Jeremy, about this whole virtualization thing. I would really love to get out of here. Yeah, that's great. I gotta find out what's going on in our school. Really? Cause I would love to get out of here. I would love to get out of here. I will choke the shit out of you. What? Just what's going on, Jeremy? What's going on? Please tell me there's progress on the virtualization for me to leave this fuck-ass place. What? What's the status of stuff? There's power outages at the school. Oh, really? That's crazy. That's crazy. I would love to know what that means. Cause I'm trapped in a fucking digital space, you son of a bitch. So we then cut to the auditions, where we have one kid trying to use a metal riff from the drum aspect. Although, from an actual ear, it wasn't really metal. It was more, I'd say, emo rock for how the drum set itself was going into the play. Because it sounds something similar to early days Green Day, if not a little bit closer to certain Panic at the Disco and Paramore before they got signed by the record labels, sort of stuff during their audition tape era. So that was the whole case on that front. Then we get one lady who can't really drum for shit. She's like one of those groupies that you'd find in the back of certain trailer areas to then sneak in and then have a million stories about how she made with the band once, and then you see her go to an asylum because she did not get over the trauma. God, that got
Her name is
dark.
Naomi.
Yeah, that too, I guess. So we then jump a little bit to then finally have Short Shorts McGee really step up to the whole plate to be like, hey, I got some drumming skills, but I have no lines in this episode, so I'm going to be doing its drumming. He decides to do jazz drumming, which apparently to the show is classic rock drumming. Big fucking difference. Big fucking difference. So Odd is being a hater, because he's just like, but I want to get my dick I want to get a good drummer. Odd, Were you listening at all to Naomi? No, not really.
No.
Were you using the right head? Define the right head.
No.
Bitch. So then, before they're trying to do some other stuff, Jeremy's like, hey, yo, guys, it would appear that Xana decided to pull up on 3rd Street. Jeremy, did you watch the TikToks about if Sirius Snape was black again, and then you decided to emulate what you saw on the internet? Maybe! Get to the factory. So, before they're doing all that, Jim just wants to apparently hang out with a bunch of middle schoolers. So anyway, after that whole interaction is done, they get to the factory, where before we even get to Lyoko, they're talking about, hey, since the pylons are piling on more power, maybe we should tell the people about the supercomputer. I don't
Where it was a fucking tie before Alita jumped in.
And then they're just like, we should tell everyone. And I'm sitting there like, why? Well, what's the point?
And wouldn't that make you have a hand in the potential terrorism act if you are the only ones who know about the supercomputer? Wait, no, that's digging too far into this. I will go back into the corner.
I'm just saying, it makes no sense when you really take a step back of like, why tell the people? You could have just been like, oh, the pylons have this whole shit going on where maybe we should get this investigated. Done deal. Evacuate the school, let the whole electricians tell people. You don't have to give them any sources, just be like, hey, I have a super smart friend. Done deal. But we're doing this for tension, just to remove Yumi from the equation, because her model is apparently not ready for the episode. And so then we finally split to the slice of life and Lyoko. But honestly, in the slice of life, all Yumi's doing is telling people about the supercomputer, because she's trying to convince them to do something.
Which obviously didn't really work anyway, because the real people that were really doing the work is Odd and Oric.
So take it away.
Eric,
Obviously
not
not
language.
Yeah, but take it away, bestie.
I mean, other than,
Take
you know,
Kara, too.
Alita. Kara, you're coming with me. I'm dragging you away.
But I like my corner of darkness.
Too bad. So, as soon as they get to Lyoko, they're trying to find where this activated tower is. They see the pulses. And, you know, they're following it, and it gets to get your head out of the gutter. Guys, this is why we can't have nice things.
You're the one who dragged me.
Fair enough. Anyway, so they find this lake, and they're thinking, like, well, there's nothing to this lake. There's nothing there. And then Odd decided to toss a stone into it and realizes it's not water. So he sticks his hand into it. Would that have been the brightest idea? Who knows? But he did.
No, it's the logical next step.
He stuck his hand into it. Dumbass. Let's be honest. But then he realizes, oh, my hand can go right through. I'm just gonna jump right in.
It doesn't feel like water.
And then Oric and Alita followed in pursuit. That's where they did find the activated tower of Xana. They run straight towards it, and then that's when they had gotten bombarded by 3 crabs that don't even look like crabs, guys. They look like fucking spiders. Make it make sense.
We have
Water
the
vents.
cancrellas that look like hermit crabs, but they're called cancrellas. We have crabs that look like spiders, but they're called crabs. We have actual stick bugs that they call tarantulas.
I don't know. Xana, you
Give
need to
me
get
the
more
tank.
creative. Xana, that's all we gotta say. You need to get more creative with your shit. Anywho. So, what ended up happening is Odd goes for a few attacks, but then ends up getting devirtualized. And Oric had to fight these stupid crabs all on his own. But he did beat them. And Alita was able to go into the tower, deactivate it from Xana, and activate it for Lyoko.
Ulrich's katana is not properly on his belt.
We know this. We can't fix it for several seasons. But how does the episode end? Well, I mean, it ends apparently with the original song called Mystery Girl from the cast, where there's no head to the guitar for Odd.
No.
We also know the song is totally not about Aida.
Totally not.
Oh, of course not. And apparently Jim is also there, but when you really add the trumpet to
Trombone.
trombone, thank you.
Tromboner. Ah.
God damn it. Once we add
Car, go to the corner.
the trombone to how the
Nope, I'm not.
guitar, the piano, and the drums actually fit, it does kind of lead into one of those new age rock aesthetics to how it sounds instrumentally. But I don't know. So that was episode 2. And there's an animation update. Different voice actors for Jeremy and Odd. And a lot of reoccurring people that are doing background characters and side characters repeating other things just so they can get the same paycheck. Because let me tell you, as a voice actor myself, studios are cheap and they don't want to pay for other people. They'll just give you the paycheck that means icing out other individuals. I'm not bitter.
You keep telling yourself that, Bessie. You keep telling yourself that.
But overall, uh, my own thoughts is just episode 2 is okay for how they're showcasing what happens after the pilot phase is over, because it does look better artistically. It's just,
And it does.
it's just not one of my favorite episodes. Season 1 is a little slow to find its footing. But, you know.
But at least we can say, at least now, that the desert region looks a lot more fleshed out than what it was once prior. So that's a positive upgrade in that aspect.
And the pulsating towers.
That too. I mean, they had that, but it wasn't as prevalent in the very first episode as it is now in the second one.
They upgraded the pulsing.
Car's gonna draw a dick later. Anyway.
They are.
You brought me out of the corner, now you must deal with the consequences.
I deal with it every day. But overall, what is the main thought for this episode from the two of you? Because, again, it's okay. It's just, I don't feel the stakes, you know?
I mean, like, they had a stake of, like, the nuclear reactive of, melting. I mean, it was definitely a stake, but it's showing a little bit of what Xana is working towards. But at the same time, does it make sense quite yet? Is my thing.
I don't think Baby Xana knows what he's doing fully. He's just testing out what he can do.
Especially since, as Kara has brought up for stuff that we will address in later seasons, he's a reactivated artificial intelligence, but if he uses a nuclear reaction to have as a pylon that attacks the school, that also has a chain reaction throughout the entire city, it would reach the factory and he would also die, so...
Because, as we know, radiation also degrades technology. Did I use the right word?
Degradation or degrading depends on how you're using the word.
Yes.
So this is why I just don't feel the stakes, because it feels more like Xana's like, I'm gonna take out my ops. I got the switch on me. What do you mean I'm gonna shoot myself with the Glock? Xana, did you go to Black Facebook? What the hell is Black Facebook? See, he done fucked up. He on Black Facebook trying to act like he's on with the kids. Next thing you know, he's gonna be looking for Black Snape.
Xana, buddy. You want to be this world-dominating power of a supercomputer, but you can't step outside and shoot yourself in the foot. I don't have a foot. It's a figure of speech. Also, get the fuck off Facebook. That stuff is nothing but brain rot.
This is how you know Xana decided to use Accio Hennessy, because he was not looking through the hen to see. But I
He is too young for alcohol. He is not even of drinking age.
No, he is not. But we gotta prepare for episode 3. We're after this
If you think about it. If you think about it, they're just beating the shit out of a child.
There are so many movies that have done that. I'm not even gonna lie. There's so many.
I know, but damn, I think my mind just got blown. I need to go and contemplate this now. Hold on.
So we'll see you guys for the next bit of the soft run for episode 3 of Holiday in the Fog, where after this episode, I'll probably spitfire 3 episodes of a different thing I'm going to be doing for myself, where I'm going to be deep diving a Netflix property I was supposed to do years ago with someone else, but things change. So we'll be doing Sweet Tooth Saturday after that for those 3 episodes. And then after that shit's done, you'll get a full-blown thing of Lyoko Weekly until this whole series is complete. And then we'll finally wrap up Sweet Tooth Saturday. But until then, don't be snitching. Just don't be snitching. Don't be snitching, and also learn how to play the drums.
Also, be nice to supercomputers, because if you can make them like you, they will less likely to kill you.
I refuse to be nice to computers. Skynet, come at me. I swear to God, I can run the fade. Squabble up, motherfucker.